welcome to another beautiful day. I'm also going to be attempting to do 7 paintings today. Cool! This video was sponsored by Mega Construx, and we have got 8 different Mega Construx Pokemon here. And for the 8 Pokemon, I am going to be doing 7 different landscape scenes. You know I'm a big fan of toys and a big fan of Pokemon. It's gonna be a good day, and I get to paint. Oh, so good. We have Pikachu, Charmander, and Mew. We also have Ponyta, Lucario, oh, so good, and Cadabra. I love Cadabra. It's got a spoon to put these back down to. Tyranitar, and we have the Jumbo Eevee. And I was just looking at it. It has 830 pieces. That's so big. So I'm going to teach you guys some landscape painting techniques while painting photo backgrounds for the characters. It's going to be a lot of painting today. My plan is to take these one at a time, and then I will show everything together at the end. Yeah, so we're going to start with building Jumbo Eevee here. I'm too excited for the Eevee not to start with the Eevee, if I'm honest. And then we'll work our way down the rest. Here we go. The Mega Construx Jumbo Eevee is an 11-inch build. It has 845 pieces total, and when we're done, the Eevee is going to be posable, so you can put the Eevee in a battle position or cute pose. Overall, this took me 3 hours to build, so it's actually quite a good amount of entertainment, and I really like how it turned out. I like how true it is to actually Eevee's proportions. And here is the Jumbo Eevee! Ah, the ears, they're so much fun! Eevee here is going to have one of the bigger paintings. Should be good, and let's get going. And the goal of this piece is to show you that you don't always have to put a lot of detail work into a large painting or into a background. And we're going to be focusing more on the blending techniques. And although blending might seem scary, it's actually super easy. While the paint is still wet, you just push the brush or sponge back and forth across the colors until eventually they look clean and smooth. So it always looks impressive, but actually it's a very simple technique. And I like how this piece isn't too complex. It's just blending dark blues, pale greens, and some highlight points. And then I'm going to add little blades of grass by swishing my brush along the base of the canvas with the same pale green mint color. I'm adding some white dots of paint, just to add a bit of shine. And here is the painting. I placed the Jumbo Eevee in front, and I really like how whimsical the pictures turned out. Now let's build the Ponyta Mega Construx. This one is much smaller and easier to build than the last one, and it came with a lot of extra little pieces and replaceable parts, as well as some additional pieces to play and pose with. The last one was really big, so this time I wanted to go small. Ponyta comes with some added bonuses. For Ponyta's backdrop, we are going to do a more traditional landscape painting. Obviously, it's going to be smaller because it's so cute. And let's get started on that. For the sketch, I'm outlining some basic mountain shapes, keeping it higher on the right, a line for the ground. Starting with the base coat for the sky, I'm doing a pale aqua color. Then for the top coat, I'm adding a darker greenish blue and blending it into the aqua color again. For the clouds, I'm going to sponge on some green, add white on top, and then I'm going to go back and forth blending it into the sky colors. Then I'm going to color in my mountain shapes with a darker green, dipping my brush into purples and blues, and lighter green as we get closer. This looks complex, but I've just dry brushed on some pale green and that's it. And now I'm just going back and forth, adding more and more colors, and then I'm sponging on darker shades of green, lighter shades of green at the front, and then I'm adding some little blades of grass, as well as some extra little highlight points. Now for the photo shoot, and I was so happy with this one. Ponyta's colors against the meadow are really nice. And now we've got Cadabra here. For Cadavers Landscape, I'm going to be doing a dark cave. For this painting, I'm going to start with a base of black paint, cover the entire canvas, and occasionally I'm dipping my brush into brown. For the top coat, I'm going to be blending black into shades of red, gray, and a muddy yellow. I want to make it look like lights coming down from the top, and then using a pale blue, I'm blending directly into the black and just making some rock spiky shapes at the base. I'm keeping it very choppy actually. Adding some dots for stones, dry brushing on yellow light, then I'm working on the stone shapes a bit more, and I'm going back and forth at random here, just adding random dots of color. And for the final details, I'm doing pale blue highlights, and taking yellow again and just putting it everywhere. And I like how the photos turned out. I think they look cool, dark, mystic. Now we're building Mew. Mew is part of a small scale assortment of Mega Construx, and I really like how it came together. I love the little arms. And I like how Mew's actually floating. I'm also going to go ahead and build the Pikachu here. And Pikachu is just absolutely adorable. I thoroughly enjoyed this build. Pikachu is an electric type Pokemon, and I love the fact that this set came with little spark features. Not gonna lie, the Mew and the Pikachu are probably my two favorite builds. I love how the ears move. Cute. And the Mew is levitating a bit, so you can make the Mew go like this. For this painting, I am going to do, again, one of the bigger ones, and I am going to be doing it for them together. This one's probably going to be a bit more complex because we're going to be going over flower techniques. For this painting, I am painting it on a big canvas again. I'm taking dark green and a lime green, blending them together at random, keeping the lighter shades in the middle, and adding some pale blues at the top as it goes more into the distance. And for this painting, I'm just doing dots of random colors for the flowers. I'm not doing anything too detailed. I used dark purples and blues for some flowers, started with a base of red, added pink on top for others, bold dots of white, and then I'm filling the in-between areas with blades of grass. And just keeping it very whimsical, very easy. And I'm really happy with how the images turned out. It looks painterly, it looks nice. They're happy in a flower meadow. Now we're building Lucario. Lucario is another small scale one. It was a quick, easy build, and it does come with its own action features. I love his spinning attack. For Lucario's landscape scene, I'm going to be doing a Mystic Valley, and I'm going to be thoroughly entertained. I'm really enjoying this video. For this painting, we're going to start with pale blue in the center, mixing in different shades of purples and blues along the edges. Then I'm taking the purple and painting shapes down from the top and up from the base along the left side. I want it to look cave-like, so I'm keeping them bold, adding some darker shapes on the corners, and making a floating island shape. To do this, I'm keeping the top fairly flat in texture, and using that same green to make some random shapes in the background, and the base rigid with triangle shapes dragging down. I'm painting a paler green along the top. I'm keeping this very streaky. And then using the pale green, I'm making some floating islands in the distance. To give distance to a shape, you just lighten the tones of it. Add some little highlight points again. And I'm gonna add some little streaks of water. And I'm thoroughly happy with how this one turned out. It really does look like a concept art piece. It's lots of fun, it was fun to do. And Lucario is so lucky. This one's got some cool floating islands. And now we have Charmander! Woo! For Charmander, we are going to be doing a beach scene, mainly because I think Charmander looks adorable when he's on the beach. And let's get going! This one I drew a basic island shape, did a blue sky with a darker top, purple shades, and lighter shades of blue at the base of the sky. I used dark gray for the island shapes, a similar blue to the sky for the ocean, adding some green to the islands, brushing on some highlight green points, adding some random dots. And for this one, I just added layer on top of layer on top of layer. Could not make up my mind of what I wanted to do. Ended up making a big rock on the right side. I had some shoreline highlights. The beach has shades of purple, gray, red, and of course a pale yellow. And I'm just going back and forth, filling in details, adding a little bit of a waterfall. And then once I'm happy with all of that, I'm gonna add some blades of grass and add some stars to the sky, as well as some little shine points, because why not? And here's Charmander in front of it. Tyranitar is my last build. Tyranitar does have nearly 400 pieces, and I like how it came together. Building these just makes me happy. There's just something fun about putting things together. I saved the second biggest build for last. This is Tyranitar. I love how the Tyranitar's jaw opens and closes. I don't know why it impresses me, but it does. And for Tyranitar, we are going to be doing a desert rocky landscape. Last one, cool. For the sketch, I'm going to do a rough rock landscape. So I'm using square shapes and triangles and pulling them up and down. Then for the sky, I'm using a darker purpley blue. For the rock structure, I'm going to take a dark brown and paint all of it in. And then using a lighter brown, I'm going to add some highlights literally just by dotting on color and slashing on the color. And then I'm going to paint the entire base with a very pale brown, blending at random some of the darker brown at the base of the structure, adding some highlight shadows, adding some dots of white for the sand, then going over the yellowish brown for some highlight points on the rocks. And I do love Tyranitar's photos. I think they turned out cool. I love how they turned out, and I had a very full day of painting. Wow. I really love the Eevee. Oh, it is so big, it's so good. And I'm excited to start collecting these, I think, because I really do like them. And I know when my nephew eventually gets to visit, he's just gonna go insane for these. I do have my weekly golden pin giveaway, so should you like a chance to win a golden pin, please leave a nice comment down below. We're getting near the end of the year, which means end of this pin, hopefully a new pin. Again, thank you to Mega Construx for sponsoring this video. I've had a really fun time. I'm totally for the Pokemon Mega Construx. I love Pokemon so much, so this is just, it's been a nice day of nostalgia and just having fun. Hopefully you learned some landscape painting techniques for your next toy photo shoot. And I will see you guys again next time. Bye, 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 bye.